What's up everyone, it's DA here and I have some major Anthem news, some major Anthem info right here in this video. I know it has been a while since I made an Anthem video, but today we're going to be discussing great things coming in 2.0, crossplay, optimization, netcode improvement, and EA's hands-off approach to the overhaul of Anthem. With that said, let us get started. So this 2.0 development is coming up nicely and it will be bringing a lot of changes that fans of the game have always wanted since the very beginning. I'm under NDA in terms of some of the footage that I was shown, some things I can talk about, some things I cannot talk about, but what I will tell you is that the overhaul for Anthem feels like a completely different game while still holding on to the core and the blood that is Anthem. First, the mission structures. The mission design still holds true to the original Anthem, but it now has more context and less repetitiveness to it. Side missions are more connected to the world rather than just another paper fetch or kill mission. There are new factions being introduced to the game, there are going to be new faction locations, and most of all, they are making use of the world locations that were only accessible through the main questline, so some of the places will begin to open up again for exploration and missions. The next thing that I'm going to talk about right here is going to be the world and the gameplay. The world of Anthem is expanding and Pirates of the Blood Wind is not the only reason. They are expanding the world we play in and they are working on better optimization. Though the footage that I was shown was not the final result, I was told that optimization is at the top of the list for this overhaul, and for that reason, they will be adjusting a lot of the open world elements. They have been looking at a lot of data and that data is being used to improve frame rate, prevent crashes, and there are even talks of experimental ways to hide loading screens, so things such as entering caves in the open world might become as easy as entering a lost sector in Destiny 2. I also saw that the game is taking a much cleaner approach akin to what we saw in Mass Effect. Less chaos going on the screen in terms of textures, everything is still holding on to its high quality, but it's a lot cleaner. I saw a new character customization screen with third-person point of view, but that part is not final yet, but what I was told is that we could see a third-person motion, a third-person character, a third-person pilot in Fort Tarsis, at least in 2.0 overhaul. There are new factions coming to the game, new weapon archetypes, and there are going to be inscriptions that synergize with a specific faction. Group synergy will become even stronger than before, and the synergies of a new weapon archetypes will make that possible. Swords, hammers, stuff of legends are part of the plan as I was told. They are trying to bring the lore of the game to your fingertips because that was one of the things that they weren't able to achieve when the game launched in 2019. So a Colossus wielding a hammer will be possible one day. Skill trees and mastery is also coming back. That is good news for a lot of people and they will make your builds even stronger. They will make your weapons, your abilities, a lot of those things will feel different, but they will be coming in a different form as well. Now let's talk about interface changes. Obviously you guys have seen the blog post from Bioware, but it is not final. They are ditching the current UI look and they are going to be changing a lot of the compositions as well. The person I spoke to clarified the reason for this change. They said that they weren't happy with how busy the current UI is, and they don't like the fact that it became a scrolling nightmare. So their focus is to consolidate some of those items, make tabs instead of lists, relocate some of the menu items to the enclave, and simplify a lot of the options. Since you are going to be able to equip a lot more items in the world, they want to make it easier to equip on the go. And that brings us to the loot. Loot in Anthem is already in a great shape, but what they are doing in 2.0 is going to make it even 10 times better. There are going to be general or loot based bounties, and I cannot confirm nor deny that they are working on a new level of gear, a new tier higher than legendaries, and there might also be some quest steps attributed to some of those certain items. But loot will be pouring out of enemies and will have more variety to them rather than just a stat change. The new inscription system will take advantage of things we've seen in Diablo, so builds will become more interesting and complex, but it will also be better because of the addition of the stat page and the skill trees. They are also trying to make quest steps less tedious, and they are introducing targeted loot farming for the open world and missions as well. There will be daily and weekly bounties that are attainable and fun to do, and they will also be rewarding, and if you don't like them, then you can scrap those items and use them to reroll something else, another item, another gear, another weapon. So loot customization is going to be one of the major highlights of this overhaul. You guys remember my video a few months ago when I talked about coins not being attainable in the game? Well, they listened, and you can now get coin drops from killing enemies in the game and from any mission rewards. So you no longer have to miss a lot of stuff in the store because you don't have enough coins to buy them. Finally, netcode and crossplay. From what I was told, Anthem is capable of crossplay in its current and next gen form. It's just a matter of more testing and EA's approval. Need for Speed Heat was able to do it with the Frostbite engine, but sometimes companies feel like crossplay is dipping into whatever money they could have made from multi-platform sales. But it is possible, it just needs EA's approval. EA is also having a hands-off approach towards this project. The pressure and the rush is no longer on Anthem, but now mostly on Mass Effect and Dragon Age projects. And of course, EA is giving the game the type of freedom and space given to Star Wars Squadrons and a few other titles out there. A room to breathe, a room to grow and fully develop itself. Anyways, that was going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comment section. Thank you once again. I'll see you in the next one.